Super excited to make this video. It's one that I probably could have made a while back, but was just going through some of my old signed cards. I've got this box here with a lot of good stuff in there from a lot of different countries, a lot of different years. You know, some signed Barry Richards. Just a lot of good stuff in here, right? All these cards are signed. But I was thinking about some of my favorite cards are the classic, legend players, original issues that have been signed by the players. So I wanted to go through some of that. You'll see there's some really old, great cards here. It's kind of a mix of stuff, mostly from the 70s and earlier, with some stuff going back to, the 20s and 30s. So I wanted to hit that. I've got a good number of cards here. So I'm actually going to break this up into two videos. So this will be video number 1, which will be the Australian greats. And then I'll do video number 2, which will be the England greats. And again, these are just the larger collections, but I've got a lot of stuff in here. Maybe I can make a West Indies would be fun, right? Got some good West Indies stuff. Let me know, what would you like to see? I've got some classic India stuff, a bunch of things. So anyway, for this one, I am set on Australia, starting with the Don. And some really good stuff here. This is a very old signature, probably from the late 30s. A little faded, but one of my favorites because of the time period. I think I showed these at one point in the channel. These are kind of funny ones. These are Bradman cards, or Bradman signatures on Trumper cards. Funny story there of a mate in Oz who is a huge Bradman and Trumper fan, sent these cards to Bradman with a note asking him what he thought of them, and Bradman sent them back signed. So definitely a bit of an oddball item there, but the two most legendary Australian batsmen of their eras. This is probably my nicest signed Bradman card. This is quite a nice card, even unsigned. Nice insert from Select, one of the tougher ones to get. So happy to have a really nice signature on that one. This one is unfortunately questionable whether it's authentic. So probably not a real one, unfortunately, but let me know if you have a different opinion on it. But unfortunately, that one might not be real. This one, though, is a nice one from the Australian Test match favorites. So that's my little Bradman card collection. I do have, a few other Bradman signatures. This is one on a postcard. I've got a signed Bradman flicker book as well. So, but really just focused on cards here. Speaking of Australian greats from the era, here is a Bill O'Reilly, one of the great bowlers of the era, Hall of Famer, and this is an original 1934. Speaking of great bowlers, one of the absolute best, Dennis Lillee. There is a 1978 Top Trumps. This is in the iconic 1978 Art Mona set. So you don't see a lot of these signed. Very cool in pen. This is a 1980 Art Mona, I want to say, maybe 82. The Butter 'em Up. So you can see I like to collect Lillee, one of the great bowlers of all time. Greg Chappell, one of the better Australian batsmen of all time. There is a 1978 Top Trumps that's the Brearley set. This is the other Trump set of the era. Here's a nice Futura insert out of 5,000. Here you find the first series, which is the harder series Bassett from 1978. Really nice series. These cards are not always easy to find, definitely not find them signed. Another Chapel. This is the 3rd series of Bassett. Another signed insert from Fuchera. There's just a lot of cards here, but you can see the greatest players, if I can find their signatures, I really just like to collect them on as many cards as possible. Here's another, should have put this with the other one. Got matching sigs on those 78 top trumps. But Greg wasn't the only great Chapel brother. You also have Ian Chapel. This one's special to me because I love rookie cards and I love signatures. There is a signed Ian Chapel rookie card from 1965, the iconic Scanlan set. Really cool. Glad to have that one. And wow, looks like I skipped over. There's more Gregs in here. Another Greg Chapel. This would be the 1980 Ardmona, 3rd series. Now we're to Ian. So got those a little mixed up. Got the Ian Chapel rookie card. Got a couple more here. Those are both from the 78 Top Trumps series. This is the 1990 Cricket Tours set. Here you got a nice Fuchera insert. Stimmerol from, I want to say this is early 90s. And that's it for the Chapel brothers. So you can see I got quite a stack of those guys. I do like to collect those. Now on to Rod Marsh. So this is, I think, the 82 Butter 'em Up set. Here you've got the 3rd series of Bassett. And I think that's pretty much all I've got for Rod Marsh. I think I have a signature too that's not on a card, but got those 2 signed cards of him. Rest in peace. Now to some other cool vintage cards. This here is from 1953. Gotta love those signed cigarette cards. Very cool. Or, in this case, trade card, but cigarette card style. So got a few of the Richies. Got some Alan Davidson. Yeah, there's just some legends here. Some of his earliest cards signed. These are from the 53 Morning Foods. Another Davidson. On to Neil Harvey. Another Morning Foods signed by Neil Harvey. This was the, by the way, Series A, so this is the 1956 Barrett Test Cricketers. This is a more recent issue, but always cool to have cards commemorating the Invincibles. And speaking of which, here's another Neil Harvey signed Invincibles card. Here's the larger early 60s Neil Harvey. This is a more recent one. This one's kind of cool because he signed both sides of it. Don't see those a lot. Here you've got the 78 Brearley Sporting Aces. Here's a more recent Cricket Hall of Fame card, which I don't know really anything about these. Would love to learn more about those. And now we've got a run of one of the great batsmen, Steve Waugh. Some really good cards here. Number of these Fuchera cards signed. And I think that about does it for these Aussies. Do have a nice printed Linwall sitting here, so I thought I'd show that as well. So that's it for this stack of Aussies. Hope you enjoyed that. And next up, we will do a video of the England team. But I will say before we do that, there is an Aussie postcard that we will be showing in the England team video. Bit of a cliffhanger for you. There's a reason for that. Thanks for watching.